What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video I want to talk about if the reveal for Gotham Knights was a massive disappointment. Now, I've seen both sides of things on Twitter. I've seen both sides of things even in the first video of today, and I thought, you know what, I actually cannot hold off on this video until tomorrow. I want to bring it to you guys today. So let me say something before we jump into this, okay? I said this on Twitter, but I do want to make this very apparent. It's very clear this is a dividing issue. This game is going to be dividing. This is not a game that I think everybody was anticipating. This is not a game I think everybody's expecting. I've seen, again, both sides of it, on Twitter, on social media in general, from, again, whether it be other content creators or the fans. So here's what I want to say. This channel, and me as a person, I've always tried to be one to respect others' opinions. If you guys have seen my coverage on other things in general, right, because I don't just cover DC stuff, I'm pretty darn open to, both sides of an opinion. So if you guys loved the trailer and you loved the gameplay, you loved all that stuff, fantastic. I hope I'm able to talk about it with you, and I hope you're able to, connect with me. If you guys hated it, if you guys were disappointed by it, I also hope you guys are able to watch. And also, by the way, fantastic. I have nothing against, and I think that this is that kind of place where we can talk about things, again, whether you like it or hate it. I've seen other people out there kind of condemning people that don't like this, and I don't think that's right. Again, it's up to you guys to make your own decisions. I'm going to give my own, right? But I also want to make it very, very clear, and I'm sure to, reiterate this in future videos. I do want to respect both sides of it. So here's what I'll say. Here's what I'll say about this game. I'm excited for it. I'm ready for it. This has been something that's obviously, just for me on the channel, has been building for over a year. Me as a person, and obviously what we talked about, all of us as people, we've been waiting for this for many years. I think ultimately that's one of the biggest things that have upset people about this game is that some people have been waiting 5 years, some people have been waiting less, some people have been waiting more. Obviously, Arkham Knight, after the end of Arkham Knight, people have been waiting for a long time. And the game that they were expecting was a Batman game, Batman Gotham Knights. Okay, that's what, you could say it was basically fan-made. Nobody really said that this game was going to be Batman, right? We kind of all just went under that assumption. And then obviously that's not what this game is, right? It takes place when Batman is dead. Now, I do not believe Batman is dead. We're going to talk about that in tomorrow's video. I do not believe Batman died. We'll talk about maybe some of the stuff they can do with him in tomorrow's video. But mainly, this game is going to be happening without Batman. This game is going to be happening with the Bat family. I'm willing to give it a chance. I think that's the biggest thing, and that's kind of like that's kind of the main statement I want to echo is I think we should be willing to give it a shot, okay? I think that the general idea of being risky and saying, okay, we're doing basically a Batman game without Batman, that is risky, that is bold, right? That's brave. It's not going to work for everybody. Again, that's completely fine if you don't agree. Here's what I'll say to kind of, appeal to both sides and to kind of show you guys that I have a variety of different opinions. I'm okay with it not focusing on Batman. I'm okay with them focusing on other characters. I'm okay with the co-op. I'm okay with that. Here's what I'm not okay with. The gameplay is very, very worrying, okay? Now, it's just a gameplay trailer. It's just 7 minutes of footage. I guess a couple more if you count what we saw in the reveal trailer. You can't base the whole game off of it, right? I know I'm going to get that. We talk about the Avengers beta, right? And people are saying, well, you can't judge the game off of a beta, which I would kind of disagree with because that's the point of having a beta, but you'll get that, right? You'll get people saying, well, you can't judge it based off, you can't really judge it until you play it, right? That's kind of, that's definitely a faction of people's thoughts. Again, that's fine. If you don't want to listen to my thoughts on this game until the game comes out, completely cool. We've waited for a long time, right? People have come and gone off this channel for different reasons. If you guys want to leave again and come back for when the game comes out, fantastic. Okay, I really, I don't mind. I really try to respect all sides of it. The gameplay, RPG kind of mechanics worries me. So my own personal opinion, okay? Again, instead of taking sides, instead of saying, oh, I see your side, I see their side, here's what I'll say. Again, the positives we just discussed. The negatives is this RPG stuff. I don't like and I talked about this in the last video. I don't like the level above their head. I don't love the life bar that they all have, right? When you hit them and then you lose life. I do not like that. I do not like when you beat them, you get XP points, it seems like, and then on the left side, you're always like gaining levels. It's fine. That's what an RPG, by the way, that's what an RPG is, okay? I've played games like The Witcher. I've played a ton of open world games. You can even look at like Ghost of Tsushima, right? Open world game. Not necessarily an RPG, but you can, unlock things, level things up, stuff like that. But I've played a variety of different kinds of games. And again, not to confuse the point, I'm okay with RPG games. I'm okay with open world RPG games. You know what I mean? And I think generally the, again, dissatisfaction with this game comes at, one, people were expecting something else in regards to the story and Batman, and two, people were expecting something else in terms of the gameplay. I know a lot of people have been asking me, talk about the gameplay. So here's what I'll say. Again, I love the Arkham gameplay. It was revolutionary. So many games have copied it since. I think it'll always be something very, very special. This game seems like it has a little bit about it, or a little bit like of that in it. You know what I mean? Like kind of like a spiritual successor, where you see in the dodging, you see in some of the moves when even with Batgirl, like when she grabs the guy and then she kind of like pushes him over. I mean, those are kind of moves you do in Batman. So I think the reason, by the way, why they showed some of these things is because they want to show. And by the way, you look at traversal, all that kind of stuff. It looks kind of similar. Obviously, there's different ways of getting around now, but it's kind of similar. Why are they showing those things? Well, they're showing it because, again, soft reboot. Again, basically trying to do like their own Arkham Knight ending, right? Starting it with Batman being gone. They are trying to recognize what these games have done in the past. So in terms of the gameplay, I will tell you, I just don't like the mechanics. I don't like the RPG mechanics. I don't really mind all that much the different kind of like variations of fighting, how there seems to be like special moves. I know people are going to say like, it's a lot like Marvel's Avengers. I mean, I've said it before. I actually kind of like the skills in Marvel's Avengers. I think they do a good job. I think the characters are different enough from each other so far in the beta that they seem pretty darn solid. So if, I'm not saying I want them to copy that, because I don't think anybody should really copy Marvel's Avengers, okay? But at the same time, I'm willing to give this game a chance. Is this the game I was expecting? We've talked about what were we expecting as a community, and it's not what a lot of people were. What about me? Was this the game I was expecting? I'll be honest. I'll be blunt. No, it's not. This is not the game I was expecting. Definitely the opening trailer caught me off guard. I think they did some, again, very, very bold things. I don't love the gameplay mechanics that we got to see, but I think, again, like the story decisions were pretty darn solid. The actual gameplay, thing, I loved the traversal. I loved, Barbara in the bat bike going around. Seems like the city's populated, by the way. I know I didn't say that in the last video. Seems like there's people out and about, so that's kind of cool. They're making strides. They're making strides in some ways, and I feel like maybe they're I wouldn't say they're not making strides or they've like regressed, but they've just decided to do different systems in this game that are either going to pay off for them or not. I've seen people say this, on Twitter and stuff. Maybe people that like the Arkham games are just going to, like people that wanted more Arkham but without it being called Arkham, okay, people that wanted Batman Gotham Knights, or the people that are, I guess, disappointed with this game, maybe we're going to like, the Suicide Squad game better. Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League. Maybe that game is going to feel more Arkham-y than this game. You know what I mean? We'll have to see. Ultimately, we'll have to see. I don't think, honestly, we're going to get our answer, by the way, when we get to see that, because I think it's still just going to be like a CG teaser trailer. But I would be lying to you if I say I wasn't disappointed in some way from this reveal. I think, in my own opinion, I built this thing up to an unimaginable level. But what I'll also say is just because I'm slightly... by the way, this isn't a massive disappointment for me. I would say my personal opinion is I'm more of like a wait-and-see kind of guy. I'm willing to give... And I've always said this, right? I'm willing to give games chances. I'm willing to see games through. If they're going to do something different, even if it's something that I don't really love, I'm going to at least try it out. So that's kind of what I did with Marvel's Avengers, right? I don't like some of the things they're doing, but I'm not going to say, no, I'm not going to... look at this channel. I play so many games. There's so much different gaming coverage on this channel. I'm willing to give every single game a chance because I love so many different kinds of games. If they want to mix two different mediums of gaming together for this game, I think, go ahead, try it. And if it doesn't work, it's not going to work. And by the way, that means that I'm not going to be afraid to attack it. If I hate this game, I'm going to hate it. But if I love this game, I'm not going to be afraid to say I love it. You know what I mean? So, again, I am slightly disappointed mainly in the gameplay. The gameplay was not at all what I expected, but I would say everything else, including I think that there's two major gripes. It's the RPG mechanics, in my opinion, from what I've seen around online, and the fact that you don't play as Batman. The Batman's gone in it. And again, I don't think Batman will be gone for the full time. But those are the two main things. I agree with the gameplay. I think I fully side with you. And again, the Batman stuff, I get it. I'm not saying that, like, you're wrong to think that, like I've seen other people say. You are not wrong to think that whatsoever. You have every right to think whatever you want, by the way. But what I'm telling you, or, what I would implore you, what I'm telling myself, is give it a chance. I'm going to give it a chance. Again, I'm not going to tell you what to do. If you don't want to listen to me, fine. I'm going to give this game a chance. I think that this is doing it very, very different. I think that maybe if Batman was in it, maybe it would feel too much like Arkham. And if they really want to move away from Arkham, this is kind of the plan. So we'll have to see. Again, this is is just the beginning. This literally is the beginning. The game is not out yet. We have so much more to go. Again, I don't think the game is going to release for another like 5, 6, 7 months. So we still have quite a bit of time to talk about this game, to see more gameplay things, to see who are the other villains. By the way, we only know Mr. Freeze and the Court of Owls. Where's Joker? Is Joker in this game? Are all the villains going to kind of be like mini, rated boss battles? Like, is that good? Is that bad? I don't think that's the greatest thing. I wouldn't prefer that. But if they're, I don't know. I mean, they're kind of like a mission, which is kind of what we got in, like, say, Arkham Knight, where we had like the side mission, like the villain side mission wheel, right? If they do it like that, it's obviously taking it and kind of going in a different direction, which again is fine. I don't expect them to take everything that Arkham Knight did. This is not Arkham Knight 2. This is not the sequel to Arkham Knight. This isn't even the studio that made Arkham Knight. Okay, so again, to re-say all this stuff again, I'm with some people on some things. I'm against some people on other things. I really do want to make this a place that you can rely on, no matter what. If you hate me, you hate me, and everybody knows, like, there's definitely haters of me, right? We're all aware of that. You can hate me, you can like me, all that stuff doesn't matter. But what I want to make clear is that when you come to my channel, as you have done for months and months and months, and as you will hopefully do, right? I hope you guys do for the next however long, and when the game comes out, just know that this is going to be a channel where I am going to look at the pros, and I'll be positive, and the cons, and I'll be negative. And if we don't agree on everything, that is completely cool. I have nothing against you. You have every right to think about whatever you're to, think whatever you want to think. I'm not going to tell you you're wrong to think that. I'm not going to tell you that your opinion, just because you hate this game, you shouldn't, or, why are you loving this game, or, whatever kind of variation of that. I'm not going to do that, okay? So I do just want to make that very, very clear. Again, this is just the beginning. There's so much more for us to talk about. So, guys, let me know. Was it a disappointment to you? Do you kind of see what I'm saying? Do you think some things were disappointment, some things maybe surprised you in a good way? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Like I said, tomorrow we're going to talk about a Batman theory. Is Batman actually dead in this game? So that's going to be tomorrow. I'm going to have videos probably throughout the week, and then we'll probably go back to every 2 or 3 days. I'm not going to do daily videos, for for another like 6, 7 months. But again, let me know your thoughts. Make sure, as always, you're subscribed. Have the bell icon turned on so you know when all these videos go up. And again, if you guys haven't joined our Discord, followed me on Twitter, Podcast Now 15, my second channel, I'll be having Batman videos there as well. All of those things will be in the description below, okay? Again, guys, thank you from the bottom of my heart for watching and for being with this community for as long as you have. I hope that you're going to stick around and be with me for much, much longer, and I hope to see you all on the next video.